Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is July 25th, and we are taking a look at the 2016 Kansas City Chiefs. The season win total is 9.5. The over -125. The under +105. That puts their expectations higher than the Broncos, right? And in the AFC West, they're dead even. The Chiefs are +180 right now to win. The Broncos are +190. So the Chiefs getting a lot of respect, right?
Yeah.
It's understandable why that would be. They had a very uneventful offseason, which usually bodes well. It usually means that a team has strengths. I definitely see strengths for Chiefs here, though. Not sure if I'm seeing enough strengths that I'd want to be betting on them. Obviously, we get the same team profile, right? Strong defense, very conservative but effective offense, and of course, last year, I mean, it was all crazy. Jamaal Charles, there's no doubt that he's just an elite running back. He averages 5.5 yards a carry. But of course, when they had him, they went 1-5 or what was it, right? And then he went out, and then they won a bunch of games in a row. But you have to take everything in context, right? Those first initial games were it was a gauntlet. They were a tough bunch of games, and then the schedule where they won 10 in a row it was a very easy schedule, and the tough teams they played had injury concerns. Like when they beat the Steelers, Roethlisberger was out. So take that one with a little grain of salt. Nevertheless, very impressive end to the season, and kind of eye-opening that they did so well after Jamaal Charles went out. What do you think?
Sure. Well, very good and well-coached team. You know, there's no doubt about that, Andy Reid. But I'll tell you what, that offense was ranked 27th, all right, number 30 on the pass. And, that schedule was a little weak. This is another team, Pete, I think is going to be a little bit overvalued. The defense was number 7. I know they'll be solid. I know they'll be back because that's what Andy Reid does. But Alex Smith, I'm just not sold on him. And, yes, they made, they drafted from Stanford, Kevin Hogan. That's going to be a work in progress. It's going to take time. And my thing with Jamaal Charles is are they going to key him? Is he going to be the feature on this offense? Or are they going to decide to have Alex Smith kind of, going out of the pocket like they seemed to do a lot last year in the second half of the season?
My sense is that they're gonna key him, but that they're going to use him a little bit more of a running back by committee in a running back by committee scheme than they did last year for a couple reasons. First of all, to keep him healthy. Second of all, because it sort of mixes things up, and they proved that they could get it done last year. And my sense is also that they're going to have a little bit more of a downfield passing game this year. Macklin added. Well, just the addition of Macklin last year was huge.
Over 1,000 yards. He had a great year.
Then they also drafted, what was that guy's name? They drafted another guy. They drafted a tight end.
Oh yeah, and they got Robinson from Florida. That wide receiver, Demarius Robinson. Yeah.
Right, and they got where's that guy's name? His name is
the tight end.
But anyway, they clearly are going to have even more of more weapons on offense in terms of at the receiver than they did last year, and we saw that last year was people who were expecting, who bet into them having a stronger passing game last year, cashed on overs with them.
Absolutely,
and,
they did.
I think that might be something to look for.
And obviously, they had to lean on that. They had they had no other choice. But I'm looking at this schedule. That I think they can accomplish 9.5 to 10. That total's got me to the point where it's a 10-foot pole because it's so close. And I don't think the offense is going to hold up its end of the deal this year. I think the defense is going to continue to be solid, but I think you're going to see, I personally think the passing game, you're going to see a big difference this year.
I'm concerned. On defense, I'm wondering, this guy Houston, he's coming off of an injury, right?
He is, yes.
Is he going to be back full strength, at what point? The guy Holly is 33. He's going to be older. There's a bunch of guys who are
Houston,
older.
They say he's looking really, really good. He's very fast. He's healed very well. I think it's going to be solid. And I think also Andy Reid is another. He's another hole plugger. He can plug holes defensively. I've no doubt about that defense, but the offense has me wondering. And Alex Smith's another year older. Macklin, can he repeat it again? Will he be that wide open? Will they feature him again?
I think he'll be more wide open than last year.
I think so too, because Charles, absolutely.
Yeah,
and if it's played right,
and the other the weapons that they added. So I'm thinking that
this could actually be a good year for them. They could. They got a tough schedule though. I'm not going to tell you anything different.
Okay, I'll tell you my thought. My initial thought is I'm thinking maybe to take shots with overs with KC. I think that the defense, I'll say it's going to be probably still going to be top 10, but probably takes a step back. And I think the offense with Charles and the added weapons on offense will be a little bit more productive. And Alex Smith is just naturally conservative quarterback. That's how he. But I think that he'll be able to take calculated risks, more calculated risks, knowing what he's got. I think that that Andy Reid is going to allow him to do that and sort of coach him to do that. I'm liking overs. With KC
I like that as well. And Pete also in this mindset, these guys think, hey, there's no reason we can't win the AFC because Denver, obviously. So I think. Yeah, I think you can cash some tickets with this team.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. And as I look a little bit more at the schedule, all right, they're on the road 3 out of the first 5, but I think they're going to do well with the spread because the Raiders in at Pittsburgh, they're going to be a dog, and I think it might be a good spot to take them as a dog.
All right, so as far as spreads are concerned, I'm going to hold off on prognostications. I am going to go on the record saying that I have a vague lean towards overs with them, and you're going to be looking to fade them or not, or what? What's your take on that?
It's going to be a little bit of both, but I think they can get the 10-team total. I'll put a lean. I'll take the over 9.5. I want to watch them week by week, but if they stay healthy, they can get it done. We'll see what happens. And again, Jamaal Charles and Jeremy Maclin, if they can do what they do best, that team could be dangerous.
I think the offense is going to be pretty good this year. I'm telling you what, because they're going to keep Charles healthy and use him a little bit more judiciously than they did last year.
I'm trying to think of that tight end because I know who you're talking about, but yeah, that was a nice addition as well when they drafted. So
all right, when football season comes around and you're looking to decide which books to use, which books to maybe add to your arsenal, sportsbookreview.com has reviews of all the books, the major ones, the minor ones, the ones in between, the reputable ones, the ones to stay away from, and everything. Sportsbookreview.com.
Don't miss it.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.